Hey, good afternoon. It's another Truth Bomb on a Tuesday. I'm bringing back my buddies Megan and Shanda. Oh man, we're going to rip it up today. I have been on a rant. Any of you following my Facebook page know that I've been on a rant about this whole I can't because, and literally, you guys, when you use the phrase I can't because, you are holding the future that you truly want hostage. You are enslaving yourself in excuses and in limiting beliefs. And that's not okay with me. I'm not okay with that because you know what? I used to be that person that would say, I can't lose weight because I like food too much. I can't get more sleep because I have kids and I have to work. I can't have a date night because we can't afford it. Like, oh my God, you name it. I've said it. And let me tell you, I kept myself enslaved. It was voluntary enslavery in excuses. And now that I don't accept I can't anymore, and I've turned that into how can I, you can't imagine the possibilities that have opened up in my life. And so I'm curious, you guys, have you held yourselves hostage by saying I can't because?
Absolutely.
So long, so much.
Dish it. I can't wait to hear your dirty secrets.
Okay, the thing that I can't believe is I'm getting close to 50 years old, and I'm just now realizing in the last year and a half, 2 years, that are we lagging or doing something funky?
No, you're good.
Oh, good. It was just you guys on my side. But I can't believe I'm the age I am. And I'm just now figuring out how tied to my thoughts and my words are tied to my success and what I'm building. You know, it's almost like when we're younger, before we have that realization, we don't realize that we are stopping ourselves from moving forward, you know, and it's pretty cool, especially in our healthy community. Man, and just going through our life books and things like that, it's amazing the things that I'm learning about just emotions and words and thoughts that really do stifle us. And I have done some stupid stuff over the years, just thinking that it's just the way it is. I could never change. I could never, not eat chocolate. I could never not drink wine. I could never, like the things that I think, it's not true. You can stop it. You can change it. You can pick up something different. But our words hold us back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've totally subscribed to that. Like, I can't buy a car on cash, right?
Right, yeah.
That's not what we do to keep up with the Joneses, right? Right. So yeah, I've totally screwed myself over physically, mentally, relationships, financially, all because of the 6 inches between my ears. What about you, Megan?
Well, when I'm listening and it's just, you hear you can't, and it's like, what else is behind that? Like, is it you can't because you don't feel smart enough? Is it like stuff like that? Or you feel you can't because you physically can't? And like, I struggled with that like a year ago with exercise. Like, I couldn't do certain moves that like my group we work out with do because I was just too heavy. I mean, I could do them, but I had to modify everything. I would get done, but I was the last. There was like, oh, you can do it, and they're really, really nice and, supportive, but you still in your head, it's like, I can't because I'm too fat. I can't do it. And then even like job promotions, I think sometimes we think I can't because I'm not smart enough, or I'm not pretty enough, or I can't. Makes me sad.
I can't because that is sad. And it's that, a lot of my I can't becauses came from childhood. Like, you can't do that because we don't have enough money. You can't do that because you're not smart enough. You can't do that because you're too fat. You can't do that because you're not fast enough. Like those words came from authority figures and people that I looked up to in my life as a child, because now as an adult, I'm like, don't you dare impose an I can't on my life, because I can and I will, just to show you that I can, right? And awesome. And it's something now that for so many years of my life, I would say I can't because, but the truth was deep down inside, I really, really wanted to. I really, really wanted to have the finances where I could pay cash for the car. I really wanted to have the life where I didn't need wine and chocolate to fix the sad.
Yeah.
They were all things that I really, truly did desire in terms of my life, but I held myself back. I can't because.
And, we all know, if you I always tell people, if you say you can't, or you say you can, you're right. Because if you're starting it off that way, you aren't going to be successful, or it will never happen. You will never get to pay cash for that car. But, there's something to our words. It doesn't mean that we don't need to go get the skills. We don't need to go, apply ourselves and work hard. I'm not saying you just speak it and it happens. It's not like a name it, claim it with your health, or, or a car or whatever. But at the same time, what is it that we say? Where we stare, we steer. You know what I mean? Like what we're thinking about, like, I can do that. I may not be able to do it today or tomorrow, just like Megan. I love her story. She wanted to, not that you weren't even a fatty, but you would say, I don't want to be the fatty when I work out with my friends or whatever. I want to be the one. Look at her. She's killing it now. She's changed how she thinks and she's doing it. So she had to work at it. There was things you had to do. So it doesn't mean we can just turn everything around by changing our words, but there's some power in our words.
I got something though. I can't, because what if I fail?
Let's talk about that. What if you fail? What if you fail?
I struggle with that. What if you fail? I hate failure. I hate it. And
what does it mean? What do you think failure mean?
It's just, just letting yourself down. And once you've been let down so many times that you have that hopeless, that worthless, that just feeling, and it's just like, it doesn't matter anymore. You don't care. You just don't care. And failing is bad. And I'm too competitive. I like to level up. I play video games just because of that. And I do terrible workouts because I'm competitive and I have to win. But a lot of times though, you get scared, and I think people say they can't because they don't want to fail. They just don't want to fail.
Yeah.
And add that to another things, failed marriage, failed diet, failed job, kids are bad, in-laws stink,
whatever.
Let's be clear. You're not saying anything about your in-laws.
No, I married their only son. I got 5 sister-in-laws. I know better than that.
Yeah, just clarifying, didn't want to get you in trouble.
No, I'm just saying in general, when you don't have a good support system, a good support system. Yeah.
I wonder, Jessica, your thoughts on Megan saying that she's competitive and that compels her to it compels you to plow through a lot of times, but sometimes it holds you back. Like, I don't see myself as competitive. That doesn't light my fire at all. I'm like, cool girl, go, like it doesn't bother me. So I don't know why I limit myself. What I think for me, and I don't know, there might be some of you out there that feel this way, but for me, I think I say I can't. Well, I don't like failure either, but I'm not competitive, but I do it because I don't like pain. I don't like to feel bad. And, I like to make my life as comfortable as it can be it in all areas. And I like to use wisdom to do that. And I think that's a good thing. But at the same time, when you're trying to get somewhere and you're trying to build something, comfort can't be your, comfort and happiness, just to have fun, it can't be the end all. So we're all different.
We are. And my honest opinion is it's all about the story you tell yourself. It's all about the story you tell yourself. It's all about what failure means. Like, what does failure mean to you? What does success mean to you? It's totally fine to be competitive, but it's another thing to like unpack in the failing and like never try, right? Because the truth is, deep down, it's what you truly want. Right. And there's nothing wrong with wanting what you want. And the same with my comfort zone. Like, I don't like pain. Well, if you tell yourself it's painful, it's going to be freaking painful.
There you go.
If you stay focused on like I'm marrying the dream to the do. Like the do right now is uncomfortable because it's challenging my comfort zone, but the dream is worth the price of the discomfort, right?
Yes.
And it's the same with failure. Like, what does failure mean? I mean, my daughter the other day, we took snowboarding lessons. And by the way, yesterday I was like 10 out of 10 miserable because like there were parts of my body that I didn't even know existed that hurt so flippin' bad.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
It's a real thing. So there was one point in the day yesterday when like I was so done. My legs were just complete noodles. My everything hurt. I had hit my head really hard because I fell backwards. And my daughter was like steering into the trees on her little snowboard. And I was like, girl, just take it off. Take it off your feet and walk down the hill. Like that is totally an option right now. And she gets down to me and she's just in tears. She's like, I failed. I was like, are you open to another perspective? Because fail, F-A-I-L, means first attempt in learning. And there is zero success. There is zero success without failure. If you hadn't failed today and driven that snowboard into the trees, you wouldn't have that experience to be like, okay, that's how to not do it. Let me do it differently next time. Right. And so it's really, I think all of it is about the stories that we tell ourselves. And one of the biggest limiting stories is I can't because. I mean, I know a guy who was born with one full arm, one finger, like a half a stub on the other side. And he wanted to wrestle in school. And he literally couldn't because this stub was getting in the way. So he said, instead of I can't because, he said, how can I? And he petitioned to his parents to have that stub surgically removed. And they supported him in that decision so that he could wrestle. He's also a motivational speaker. He's also like this freaking famous bodybuilder dude. Like he has no arms and legs. Okay. He has one arm and one finger. Like I can't because, or how can I? Or I can't yet. Like that is what we need to shift, because if we're not willing, if we're so stuck to our stories of I can't because, we are never, ever, ever going to thrive to our heart's desire. We are going to keep our future. We're going to imprison ourselves from reaching the future of our true desires by the words that we use.
And I think that so many of us, we don't have a compelling enough future in mind. I think when we're young, look at me, I keep thinking about age. Is a birthday coming up for me or something? But anyway, I think when we're young, we just kind of are doing it, getting there, you know, and I love it when I see young people that figure out what they want early on, you know, and that they go for it, because like, I just was like surviving. I mean, I had a good life, you know, there's good things that went on in my life, but I wasn't awakened to what I want in the future. And I wasn't dreaming and purposing to set up a future. So I think if your future is compelling enough, you don't give in to the I can't, you know, and I can't because of this, because you're going to do hard things because you want different stuff, you want a different outcome.
Yeah. Well, because the price of that hard thing is worth the future that you're creating.
Yeah,
it's the price you pay. And I'm like, I don't care, I'll pay it. It's worth it. I've been through more uncomfortable stuff than my own mindset before.
We were talking about uncomfortable things today, and I don't know if it's from a movie or where I heard it from, but there's sometimes when I'm really uncomfortable and I have to say something, I do shut my eyes and I just say it really fast, and I'm like, okay, I did it. And you just say it, even if it's bad, you just say it and you're like, I'm sorry, but this is what I have to say. And then it's over, but it's uncomfortable. I didn't want to do it, but I did. And just shut your eyes if you have to.
That's good.
Get through it.
Yeah. And guess what? You didn't die, did you?
Nope, I didn't die.
Did you die,
almost last night. We had a horrible workout. Almost died last night. Yeah, but I'm okay. I have body parts.
But look how much stronger you are today. I'm so proud of you. Yes. Right. So
I can't sit down right, but
it's okay. I still can't either from 2 days of. It wasn't like learning how to snowboard. It was more of like learning how to fall and like tapping into my grit to get back up. I did a lot of mountain push-ups this weekend. And you know what? It's true. I was listening to Corey Baker. He was talking about the the 12-week year and the cycle of emotions. Like you start off, not really knowing exactly what's involved, but you're really excited, you're anticipating. And then you get to a point where you know what it's about and you're like, oh, I'm such a pessimist. I don't think this is going to work. And then you reach like that valley of despair, right? And that's where all of us stop. And we're like, oh, it's a problem with the program. It's a problem with the workout. The trainer sucks. My coach is terrible. I can't because. And then so we go back to something new. And then we go back down into the valley of despair. And it's that moment when that I can't because is keeping you from what's on the other side, which is success.
Yep.
And so you are literally imprisoning yourself in this loop of, I can't because, so I'm going to go find something else. The problem is not something else. The problem is your I can't because. So stop letting yourself off the hook by saying I can't, because I guarantee you, you can tell me I can't because for anything. And I will go out there and I will find a story of somebody who did anyway, who asked, how can I? And who said, I can't yet, right? That's the only difference between you and them. So stop saying I can't because, and stop going out there and looking for evidence of people who also can't because to justify your cause. Because for as many stories as there are out there of people who can't, there are just as many stories of people who are in your situation or worse that have.
It's true.
And that's also proof that you can, if you choose to let yourself out of prison. Yeah.
Truth
Any final
bombs.
thoughts, guys? Truth bomb, right?
I love that. Yeah. I'm soaking it all in myself because I've been the queen of I can't and letting myself off the hook. So, I mean, I think I shared that a couple weeks ago. So this is good stuff.
I was going to say, are there any I can't becauses on your guys' mind right now that are holding you back?
I shared with my coach today, I was like, I feel like I can't get past where I am in my weight loss journey because it's been so long since I've been there. I just can't even picture the person. And she's like, you can't stop yourself there. You've got to get past that. You got to start imagining it, start connecting to it. So I don't know. I think sometimes our imagination and sometimes we don't dream. I mean, that's kind of how we started. Don't dream enough. Don't get that future compelling enough and clear enough.
Yeah. Well, I think it also goes back to we compare what we want to what we've had in the past. Like, oh, I've been at a place where I could pay cash for a car. I want to be there again. But the truth is, I don't want to be there again because that led me to where I am. And I want to be above and beyond that. So I think part of that compelling future is being willing to create someone that you've never met yet and not comparing yourself to who you used to be. Right? Like I can't because it's been so long since I've been there, but you're not going back there. Right? You're going forward. You're creating somebody whole brand new.
That is exactly what I have to confront. So thank you. It's just not going to be the same. And I didn't really like some of the same. And so it scares me and it scared me. And so I'm changing that. So I am going to revisit those emotions that I have over stopping at that weight or whatever. Good stuff.
That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
Well, thanks for being vulnerable and sharing, because I know this is like live on Facebook and everything. Y'all, let's just give Shanda a round of applause, a little fist bump. Thank you, girl. We appreciate it. Megan, any last words?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I was in a season of I can't because I didn't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time. And then now I'm in the season of I've made time. So I was there and now I'm in that season. I don't know if I have any other I can'ts right now. There's a few things I still can't do, just not yet, physical wise, financial wise. But other than that, I'm up on the hill right now. So I'll go down back to the valley again, but right now I'm on a hill.
Yeah, that's inevitable, right? Like, I think you make a good point here. Yeah, there are seasons. There are seasons like I effing can, and then all of a sudden you're like, I can't.
I was there.
What was I thinking?
I was just there that I can't. I was like,
I can't. This is hard.
I got some new gray hairs over it too. But then I just got, I don't know, there was a shift, and
Mhm.
now there's momentum, and it's just really, I'm in just in a, now the timing's just right. So
Yeah.
my time where the time just, I don't know, it's kind of weird how it happened, but it's something I'd been working to and trying. And so I
Mhm.
did hit my head against the wall a few times,
Right.
but I just kept
You
going.
hit that
I
valley of
just,
despair, but you didn't give up.
That's
You
right.
didn't give
well,
up,
because
right?
there was so much, well, and I think it's just who you associate with is who you become. When you hang around people that are positive, that are dreaming, that are speaking life into you, that care about you, that want the very best for you, and their goals become your goals, you're in a really good place. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, when you surround yourself with those type of people, that's who you need to find those people.
That's right.
Amen. Well, it's true, because
And
they care enough about you to not let you get away with saying I can't because, right?
Mhm.
I love you
Yeah.
enough to call you on your crap.
Right here on
So
Truth
here's
Bomb Tuesday. Call me on my crap.
Here's the thing, y'all. If you guys need community, you need people who dream, you need
Yes.
people who will not allow you to get away with your own excuses, will not allow you. Well, go wash your mouth out with soap if you say I can't, because there are 3 of us right here on this screen.
Mhm.
Reach out, dream with us, create futures with us, and stop holding your future hostage to I can't because. All right, guys. Until next Tuesday, you never know what's coming. Love ya.
Love ya.